That's cool.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our meeting. We have a special meeting this week to get some items off our list that we have to get moving on. I know one of the big items that was on our list was our update Tamarack Refuge resolution. You know, this is one item that I felt like is detrimental for us to keep moving forward on for us to obtain the refuge. So this is one of the means that we're going to get that new resolution out there. We're going to approve it today, and then also we'll talk about the rest of what's on the agenda. But there's not much on there except that. But we will go into executive session after we're done with some of these other things with Tamarack and also with the teal season. Dusty is next to me here. So, but all right, I'll call the meeting to order. It is 12:53. Mike, you want to do roll call, please?
District 1.
Here.
District 2.
Here.
District 3.
Here.
And I'm here, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, so we have a quorum. Next up is review and approve the agenda. I know we have a few things that we have to add to the agenda. I know one of them is we have a
Ratifications.
yeah, the ratifications that are going to executive. Yes. Go ahead. What else, Tori?
The Elders Commission amended budget.
Was that the
Okay.
Elders Commission amended proposed budget?
Okay. Anything else, Council?
Mr. Chairman, do you, as the agenda is set, Tamarack resolution and the teal season are in executive session, do you want to move those to the regular agenda?
Yeah, regular agenda. And I'll have Dusty talk about the teal season, and Eugene will read the resolution for the new Tamarack Refuge resolution. So
Oh, there.
It's in the back.
then I have to add a few items to the consent agenda, which is for Public Health Division and also SAM's Strategic Prevention Framework Grant Partnership Grant application. So there's a few things we have to add to the consent agenda too. So, but I'll read that when we get to that point. So, anything else to add to the agenda?
Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Roll call.
Oh, okay. No, we already used that.
There it is. Get it ready. I need to add to the executive session. I need to add enterprises personnel
Okay.
discussion.
Yep. Anything else, Council?
Anything else for executive session?
For executive? No, I don't believe so.
Okay, motion to approve the agenda.
Motion.
Motion by Eugene,
Second.
second by Andy, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you. All right, next up is we have no meeting minutes, calendar review. I know calendar's kind of, right now we have a lot of things down in St. Paul going on, especially with, I know one of the big things that we're really following is the tribal aid, and, we have some really good representatives and senators that's working hard for us and for all tribes across, all nations across Minnesota. I know one of the big ones that we're following is the tribal aid bill, and that's one thing that I'm following almost on a daily basis. So I know that there's quite a few other things in there. I know there's a cannabis sports book, public safety, ICW. There's quite a few things that we have in legislation this year. So, but we are all aware of it. We're following it. So, also in the calendar review, like I said, I'll be out, taking this resolution that we passed today in the Tamarack National Refuge. I'm going to be flying out to Washington, D.C. tomorrow to talk with the Fish and Wildlife Service and also the Department of Interior. So that's a good thing that we're doing. Also, I know that we have a thing that we have MIAC, the Minnesota Indian Affairs Council, is meeting this week at the Shooting Star Casino. Secretary Treasurer Rock will be taking my spot for that. I know that other council members will be attending that too. So I know that we've been really busy. So I want to say a big wish to that. So, all right. First up is the Tamarack National Refuge. I know Eugene wanted to kind of read that out to everyone. So Eugene, you want to read that resolution to our
Told by
members?
the chairman to do this. Alrighty. The White Earth Reservation was established as a permanent homeland for the White Earth Band of Minnesota Chippewa tribe in the Treaty of 1867, and the majority of the language surrounding the White Earth Reservation was ceded in the Treaty of 1855. And the Treaty of 1855 and the Treaty of 1867 reserved for the White Earth Band as treaty beneficiaries the right to hunt, fish, gather within the boundaries of the White Earth Reservation and the 1855 ceded territory. And on October 1st, 1993, the White Earth Reservation Business Committee approved Resolution 001-94-004, requesting that the United States internal transfer back lands within the area known as the Tamarack National Wildlife Refuge. And the White Earth Reservation Business Committee, acting together with the White Earth Division of Natural Resources, stewards of the land and the resource of the White Earth Reservation in 1855 ceded territory, according to the centuries of unique wisdom, practice, and teachings often referred to as tribal ecological knowledge to promote the health, welfare, and ecological and spiritual sustainability of the band. And the White Earth Division of Natural Resources has the unique management capabilities and cultural wisdom necessary to protect natural areas within the White Earth Reservation for conservation, habitat, medical, spiritual, and other conservation purposes consistent with the unique needs and the rights of the White Earth Band as well as the general public. And the White Earth Reservation Business Committee now renews its request for the return of the Tamarack National Wildlife Refuge to the White Earth Band of the Minnesota Chippewa tribe to ensure the physical health and welfare and spiritual and cultural well-being of the current and future generations of the White Earth Band members, as well as the environmental sustainability of the land and water resources within the White Earth Reservation and Refuge area, and restoring the Tamarack National Wildlife Refuge located within the bounds of the White Earth Reservation and the 1855 treaty territory will further restore the jurisdictional integrity and political cultural autonomy promised to the White Earth Band of Minnesota Chippewa tribe. Then the White Earth Reservation was established as permanent homeland for the band now. And then therefore it be resolved that the White Earth Reservation Business Committee hereby requests that the United States, acting through the Bureau of Indian Affairs and the Fish and Wildlife Service, return to the White Earth Band of Minnesota Chippewa tribe all lands within the boundaries of the area known as the Tamarack Wildlife Refuge, such as lands to be held in trust by the Bureau of Indian Affairs.
Very good, thank you, Eugene. I think it's something that, I know this has been a long time coming for our nation to get this historical homeland back in our hands. I think it's important that we as a council, I know it's something that we've all worked hard together on this, and I think it's important that we move forward with this, and I'm gonna ask for a motion to approve this resolution.
Motion.
Motion by Eugene,
Second.
second by Annie. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Very good, thank you. I'll be taking that with me to Washington DC tomorrow, so.
I think the political atmosphere right now is the perfect time to do it.
Yes, it is.
With all the lands that are stolen.
All right, next up we have is the teal season. Dusty, you want to give us a little update on the teal season?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. So the Minnesota DNR has been doing an experimental early teal season. It occurs in the beginning of September. It's a 3-year experiment. So this coming fall will be year 3. Through meetings with the Minnesota DNR, it sounds like it's been going pretty good. They got productive numbers of hunters. There was concern of shooting other species, which they've kept a close eye on, and it's been pretty low. So hunters out there are shooting teal. So with all that knowledge and stuff, they plan on implementing a regular season after this experiment. So just looking for a way forward, I guess. The last 2 years, White Earth has closed its borders entirely to the early teal season, on top of not allowing early goose season on open water. I guess I want to bring forward that's a good direction to go. There's also a direction of closing individual bodies of water, individual rice beds that would allow for membership to also hunt geese during that time. I just wanted to bring that forward and yeah, just looking for a direction on this year in regards to the early teal season.
You know, I guess I'll lead the conversation up. I know we've been dealing with this for a couple of years now. And, you know, one of the concerns that we as a council had was, you know, this teal season is right during our racing season. And those teal fly into our rice bed. And it's something that we thought for a couple of years now that it kind of brings a security or a safety issue with our ricers and the hunters. So I know in the past 2 years that we put up our notices across our reservation lines that we close our reservations to the season, I think where our rice beds are at. And this is what we're gonna ask the refuge again. And then hopefully that, you know, historically that Upper Rice Lake is a huge part of our harvest too, that we do want to reach out to Commissioner Strawman and I mentioned to her that if it'd be nice if the state would allow that, they would honor, you know, some of our historical sovereignty and our treaty rights, and especially of 1855 to make sure that lake is, you know, is doesn't have a season on that lake too. So I think that's something that, you know, that we as a council that, you know, we will write a letter to the commissioner and expressing our concerns about this. And, you know, if it's going to be ongoing, then, you know, for us and, you know, for us, it's a burden on us because we have to get our game wardens out there. We have to post with, you know, a lot of different expenditures come along with this that kind of straps our DNR here. So I know that these are things that we're going to have to express to not only to the commissioner but the governor of Minnesota that, you know, this is something that interferes with our spirituality. So I have a lot of concerns with this. So I want to say make good and thank you, Dusty, and we will address this with our legal team as soon as we can here. So
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to put some input in there. You know, working with Minnesota DNR, they overstep a lot, and then you know, the lack of consultation that's coming from them. I don't agree that we should open up the lakes. I think we should keep them closed. And then this teal season that they want to have, I don't. Me only. I don't agree with it. I don't think we should jump on board with them for this.
any other council members want to say a few words?
Yeah, I don't agree with it either. I say, you know, the DNR should be coming to us and, you know, working with us more. I do believe, you know, the consultation, like Eugene said, isn't happening. And as far as I'm concerned, no, I don't see that happening for the safety of our members.
Henry, I know it's up in your district. I mean,
Yeah, I would say, you know, it's protecting our people that are out there racing, because I know I remember last year standing on the landing, you know, hearing some gunshots over on Mosquito Creek Road over there. Like, Alfred, go get them. You know? But that's the way it is, you know. I've been out there racing myself, you know, early in September. Just hearing shots so close to you, you know, it's just protecting our people, you know, from getting shot, you know, so.
Mr. Chairman, I wanted to make a comment about, this is not only a White Earth problem, it's also Leech Lake, and it's the other reservations that have their wild rice season going on at the same time. So, I mean, last year or a couple of years ago, when we talked a little bit about the early teal season, I know Leech Lake was also on board to not let it happen and then close their border lakes also. So, I mean, this is for protecting our people, and we'll always do that. We'll always do things we need to do to protect our people.
all right. So I guess we have to work with Antonio, get a letter out and.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, that was kind of the request that I wanted to put out there was permission to obviously work with our Division of Natural Resources, but also to coordinate, collaborate with Leech Lake and their team over there to bring forward a letter for the chairman to sign to the Minnesota DNR outlining our positions on many of these issues. We still have a lot of work to do internally to establish what those priorities are, but I just want to make sure that we have permission to move forward and gather that information.
And I think there's gonna be a lot of good discussion too coming up this Thursday or Friday with MIAC. I think Treasurer LaRock will be there, and I know that hopefully that Antonio, you can maybe take along with them and express it, because I think that Commissioner Strawman will be at the Shooting Star Casino this week too for Minnesota Indian Affairs Council. So I think that's something that we can have this discussion, that you can have discussion with the commissioner more in depth. So be good. Thank you, Dusty. All right, the next one we have is the amended Elders Commission budget. Mike, do you want to talk about that?
I think back at one of our monthly meetings, the Elders Commission approached us with a request for attending the, is it National Indian Council on Aging Conference. They wanted to know if we would fund them for that. And I think we told them that we asked them to resubmit an amended budget with that amount on it. And that's what this is. This is an amended budget for adding for sending five of their commissioners to this conference.
Which amount is 11,500?
Yeah, 11,500.
11,500 bucks, so. All right, motion to approve that amended budget item.
A motion.
Motion by Henry, second by Mike LaRock. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Rich. Okay, next up is we have the consent agenda. I know the ones I read earlier with public health, there's a couple grants, and also there's a technical amendment for state tribal blackjack compact resolution, National Indian Education Committee, TNAC resolution, the Ocean Community Dosing Center, notice of award, Boys and Girls Club Monoman remodel, Monoman homeless shelter addition, Waiter Clinic kitchen remodel, Waiter's family treatment fourplex, Jack Hall Men's Youth Care Phase 2 change order, mutual aid agreement with Pilot Suboxone Program, BLA reimbursement for training, Minnesota Local Food Purchase Assistance Program resolution, BIA retained services addended and resolution, cultural monitors authorized for contracts and resolution. Can I get them with the additions, the two additions we have?
Motion.
Motion by Eugene,
Second.
second by Mike LaRock. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Well, we're done with that. I want to thank everyone for,
Chairman, I have ratifications.
oh yeah, the ratifications we had was, I'm sorry. We had 4 of them, was the waiters enrollment book for public safety, letter for IHS, clinical chief executive officer, commitment to Zorn Apple for Becker County Board of Commissioner, letter of support for Monoma County Hospital.
Mr. Chairman, I have one more ratification, and that would be for the Elbow Lake Village building to be updated and apply for the grant.
Okay. With
For the
addition.
community center, actually.
With the additions on the consent agenda and the ratifications, motion to approve. Did you do that? Or no, motion and ratifications, we already did that. Motion by Eugene?
Yep, motion.
By Eugene, second by Annie, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you. All right, motion to go into executive session. I want to say we good to everyone for coming on today.
John Redcorn out there.
Can I make a quick statement?
Yes.
Just a quick statement. I just want to put out there, from I'm gonna kind of speak for the council, but we just want to put out a big congratulations to all the graduates this year, all the way from Head Start all the way to college.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
We have to acknowledge them, and we were at the tribal college graduation the other day, and that went very well. And if we don't make all the graduations, just know that we're thinking about you, and we want your futures to be bright. They are going to be bright, and just moving forward.
Oh,
Thank you. Motion to go into executive session. Motion by Eugene. Second by Michael, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Be good. Take care, everyone. You go 1 minute. Be good.